In today's video, we're diving into the explosive events of One Piece Chapter 1125, a chapter that left the entire fanbase reeling. The Egghead Island arc concluded with a monumental twist that no one could have predicted. In typical Oda fashion, the stakes have been raised to new heights. This time, the unthinkable has happened. Saint Jaygarcia Saturn, one of the five elders, met his end in the most shocking way possible, shaking the foundations of the world government. But just as fans are grappling with this major loss, a new figure steps in, Saint Garling Figarland. His arrival signals a dangerous shift in the power dynamics, setting up future conflicts that could shape the final saga of One Piece. Let's break down everything we know and why this chapter is a game changer for the story going forward. The death of Saint Jaygarcia Saturn happened after failure to capture Joy Boy. Saturn failed to stop the message. Saturn couldn't stop Joy Boy. Saint Jaygarcia Saturn was destined to perish because he failed to achieve his goals on Egghead Island. Saturn was dispatched to Egghead to deal with Vegapunk and his satellites, who were secretly plotting against the world government and investigating the poneglyphs. Any One Piece fan is already aware that investigating poneglyphs is illegal and virtually a death sentence. In fact, individuals who previously researched about poneglyphs, particularly the people of O'Hara, were utterly erased from the face of the earth, along with their country. Due to his recent findings, Egghead was targeted by the government, and a fleet of 100 warships of various shapes and sizes was dispatched to the island, carrying 30,000 marines, including 10 vice admirals, an admiral, and an elder all at once. Of course, many fans may think this is overkill, but there are two key reasons why Saint Saturn needed to be there. The first reason is that Vegapunk is a scientist, and Saturn, as the godhead of science and defense, was the best equipped member of the world government to deal with him. Second, an elder was required on Egghead because they hold the highest position in the pacifista control hierarchy. This meant that Vegapunk couldn't use the Seraphims against Saint Saturn, but he could easily use them against Admiral Kizaru. Taking all of this into account, it is easy to see why Saint Saturn needed to be on Egghead Island. As for what he did on Egghead, the answer is obviously complicated. His mission was to destroy Vegapunk and his satellites. He was successful in killing the main body of Vegapunk while also destroying most of the satellites. Fans are well aware that Vegapunk, Edison, Pythagoras, Atlas, and Shaka all died, despite their subsequent reincarnation. Meanwhile, York has sided with the world government and is expected to become a celestial dragon very soon. Lilith finally left Egghead securely with the Straw Hat Pirates. However, because her connection was lost, the citizens of the world government are unaware that she survives. In their imaginations, all of the vegetarians were dead, including Stella, with York being the sole survivor. One may conclude that he largely achieved his purpose, but he also failed in other areas. For example, he failed to murder Kuma and Bonnie, despite swearing to do so. He also failed to stop Nika, which was a goal he set for himself. He had to be executed because of his partial failures and, most crucially, since his failings eventually resulted in Joy Boy escaping. As well as Vegapunk's message being relayed all across the world, putting the world government in a very weak position. Essentially, in One Piece Chapter 1125, Emu executed Saint Jaygarcia Saturn, and he is no longer alive. Why Saint Garling Figarland was chosen to be an elder? Garling Figarland is the strongest of the non-elders. With the death of Saint Jaygarcia Saturn, a power vacuum emerged within the ranks of the five elders. Someone had to fill this post because otherwise, the five elders would become the four elders, which just doesn't seem right. Emu had to pick someone else for this post, and this time he went with Saint Garling Figarland, a character who fans had just lately discovered. Fans were introduced to Saint Garling at the start of the final saga. His first appearance was in the realm of Marihoa, when he executed Saint Josgard, demonstrating to fans that he was exalted even among the celestial dragons. He had the authority to condemn a celestial dragon, which essentially meant that he was higher up the pecking order, directly beneath the fifth elder. Given that no one else is on his level, if an elder died, he would automatically take their place. That is exactly what happened in One Piece Chapter 1125, and with the death of Saint Jaygarcia Saturn, Saint Garling was promoted to a higher rank. Saint Garling Figarland has officially been confirmed as the new godhead of science and defense, and he has become even more terrifying than before. Saint Garling's role as an elder will be crucial in the future. Garling Figarland prepares for the upcoming war. Fans may be wondering what Saint Garling's function will be as an elder. First and foremost, Saint Garling must serve as a deterrent in the One Piece world's current chaotic era. His strength must be his most valuable asset, because fans know he is extremely powerful. He most likely carries a supreme grade sword, although fans are also aware that he owns all 3 varieties of haki, as he has Shanks family ties and now an elder. He is also likely to have strong devil fruit power. This is because he was proclaimed the champion of the native hunting games 38 years ago while in God Valley. Of course, the champion would receive the best devil fruit of all, and while the dragon devil fruit and Kuma's Nikyu Nikyu fruit were undoubtedly taken, others were most likely not. Garling most likely obtained his devil fruit in God Valley 38 years ago and still possesses this power. Clearly, his primary purpose is to be a fierce fighter for Emu, something Saturn cannot provide. Fans will most likely see him embroiled in huge wars as the story progresses, which is quite thrilling. More than that, as an elder, fans know that Saint Garling Figarland will play an important role as Emu's defender. He will most certainly obtain telepathy to communicate with the other elders, as well as immortality, if Emu is capable of bestowing such powers on people. In terms of his own character journey, viewers can expect to witness Saint Garling Figarland, the newest member of the 5 Elders, face Dragon, the Revolutionary Army's leader, and possibly face off against Shanks. And that wraps up our deep dive into the shocking developments of One Piece Chapter 1125. The death of Saint Jaygarcia Saturn and the rise of Saint Garling Figarland marked the beginning of a new era in One Piece, filled with uncertainties and high-stakes confrontations. As the story moves towards the final saga, we can only imagine what other surprises Oda has in store for us. Be sure to let us know your thoughts on the downfall of Saint Saturn and what role you think Saint Garling will play in the future. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more One Piece content, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on the latest theories and chapter breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for visiting the Mujiwara Review YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat. And people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.